Prediction and preview for Real Madrid vs Atlético Madrid, February 26 at 0:30, in round 23 of the Spanish La Liga. The live streaming link is available in the description below. Please share and like this video if you find it interesting. The spotlight match of round 23 of the Spanish La Liga will be the clash between Real Madrid and Atlético Madrid. This is not just a derby between the two Madrid-based teams but also a match between two teams in the top four. Currently, Real Madrid are in second place with 51 points after 22 games. 8 points behind the leaders Barcelona. Atlético Madrid are in fourth place with 41 points, 2 points behind the third-place Sociedad, but 4 points ahead of Betis in fifth. After a loss to Mallorca at the beginning of February, Real Madrid have won their last 5 games, including their win in the FIFA Club World Cup, as well as a 5-2 victory over Liverpool in the first leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Their form is clearly on the rise. Meanwhile, Atlético Madrid have won 3 and drawn 1 of their recent games. Following their loss to Real Madrid in the quarter-finals of the Copa del Rey. If we exclude that loss, Atlético Madrid have won 7 and drawn 1 in their last 8 matches. Team news: Real Madrid, David Alaba and Mariano are sidelined due to muscle injuries, while Ferland Mendy has a thigh problem. Aurelien Tchouameni is absent due to illness. There are no suspended players for Real Madrid. Atlético Madrid, Thomas Lemar is injured with a knee problem, and Rodrigo de Paul has a thigh injury, which means both players will be sidelined. Atlético Madrid do not have any suspended players. Score prediction: Real Madrid 2-1 Atlético Madrid. Asian handicap: choose Real Madrid. Over, under, choose over. Analysis and prediction of the Leicester vs Arsenal match on February 25, 2023, in the 25th round of the English Premier League 2022-23 season. European and Asian odds predictions and analysis from top experts. Last weekend, Leicester players had an impressive first 45 minutes of play at Old Trafford against Man United, continuously shooting at goalkeeper David De Gea's net but failing to score. In the second half, adjustments made by coach Erik ten Hag transformed Man United and led to a 3-0 defeat for the Foxes. The defeat to Man United ended Leicester's revival streak, but currently, Brendan Rodgers' team is still relatively safe from the relegation zone. With 24 points from 23 matches, Leicester is ranked 14th on the table, with a 4-point gap from the relegation zone. On the other side of the pitch, Arsenal is now focusing all their efforts on the Premier League after being knocked out of the League Cup and FA Cup with a minimal loss to Man City in the 4th round. After losing to Man City in the make-up match of the 8th round and losing the top spot on February 16, the Gunners came back with a comeback win against Aston Villa, ending their 3-game winless streak. Not only did the victory against Aston Villa end the winless streak, but it also helped Arsenal regain the top spot as their title rivals Man City unexpectedly drew against Nottingham. At present, Mikel Arteta's team has 54 points, 2 more than Man City, and has played 1 game less than their title rivals. Leicester's injury list includes Justin, Bertrand, and Evans, while Elneny and Jesus are injured for Arsenal. And Partey's availability is uncertain. Prediction: Leicester 1-3 Arsenal. Asian handicap: choose Arsenal. Over, under, choose over. Prediction: odds analysis for Bournemouth vs Man City, February 26, 0:30, round 25 of the English Premier League. Bournemouth will host defending champions Man City in round 25 of the English Premier League. Currently, Bournemouth is hovering just above the relegation zone with 21 points after 23 matches, with only a 1-point cushion over the team below, West Ham. Bournemouth's recent form has been poor, with only 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. They have also only managed to win 1 out of their last 4 home matches, with the other 3 being either losses or draws. Meanwhile, Man City recently dropped to second place in the league after drawing with Nottingham Forest in their last match. They currently have 52 points after 24 matches, trailing Arsenal by 2 points, but with a game in hand. After defeating Arsenal in round 23, Man City rose to the top of the league with the same number of points as Arsenal but a better goal difference. However, they have been unable to secure victories in their last 2 matches, drawing both against Nottingham Forest and RB Leipzig in the UEFA Champions League with a scoreline of 1-1. In team news: Bournemouth, David Brooks and Lewis Cook remain sidelined. Lloyd Kelly and Junior Stanislas could return from injury. Ilya Zabarnyi has a minor eye problem and will be assessed before the match. Jefferson Lerma was ill in the last match but may recover in time. Jordan Zamora and Marcus Tavernier are doubtful due to injuries sustained in the last match. Man City, John Stones is still out with a thigh injury. Kevin De Bruyne and Aymeric Laporte were ill midweek but are likely to recover in time for this match. Score prediction: Bournemouth 1-2 Man City, Asian handicap, bet on Bournemouth, over, under, bet on over. Preview and prediction: Crystal Palace vs Liverpool, 2:45 am February 26. English Premier League. Liverpool face a significant disadvantage in their upcoming match against Crystal Palace, as they not only have to play away, but also suffer a setback due to their schedule. During the week, Jurgen Klopp's team played in the first leg of the Champions League round of 16, losing 2-5 at home to Real Madrid, which will undoubtedly have a negative impact on the morale of Salah and his teammates. However, before kickoff, Liverpool are still in a much better position than Crystal Palace. The fact that they have almost no chance of advancing in the Champions League becomes a motivation for the COP to try harder in the Premier League. Positive signs are also emerging as they won their last two matches against Newcastle and Everton, both with a score of 2-0. In the current English Premier League standings, Liverpool are in 8th place with 35 points after 22 matches. The gap between them and 4th place Newcastle is only 5 points. And the Magpies have played one more game. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace have only gained 26 points in 23 matches this season and are currently in 12th place. Recently, Crystal Palace have shown clear signs of decline. In their last 8 matches, Patrick Vieira's team has not tasted victory, including 4 losses and 4 draws. In the last 8 times Liverpool visited Selhurst Park from 2015 to 2022, Crystal Palace lost every time, conceding at least 2 goals after 90 minutes. In terms of team news, Crystal Palace have Nathan Ferguson, Sam Johnstone, Wilfried Zaha, James Tompkins injured, while Tyrick Mitchell and Joel Ward are not fully recovered. Liverpool are without Calvin Ramsey, Thiago, Luis Diaz due to injuries, while Arthur, Joe Gomez, and Ibrahima Konate are doubtful. Prediction: Crystal Palace 1-3 Liverpool, Asian handicap, Liverpool to win, over, under, over. Analysis and prediction: Empoli vs Napoli, February 26 at midnight. Serie A. In their last 2 home matches against Napoli, Empoli has won both games with scores of 3-2 and 2-1. Empoli has the advantage of playing at home in the upcoming match, and also has a more favorable schedule, with their last game being on February 19, while Napoli had to play a Champions League game away at Frankfurt on February 22. Empoli's recent form has been relatively stable, with 8 unbeaten games out of their last 9 in Serie A, including 3 wins and 5 draws. In their last 5 matches at home, Empoli won 3 and drew 2. However, it may not be enough for Empoli to prevent Napoli from winning on February 26. After 23 rounds in Serie A 2022-23, Empoli has gained 28 points, ranking 12th on the standings. Meanwhile, Napoli has earned 62 points, leading the championship race with 15 more points than Inter Milan. Despite the unfavorable schedule, Napoli has maintained their high form, winning all 6 recent matches both in score and Asian handicap. Team news: Empoli, Jean-Daniel Akpa-Akpro and Filippo Bandinelli are suspended, while Mattia Destro is injured. Napoli, the team has the strongest lineup available. Score prediction: Empoli 1-3 Napoli, Asian handicap, choose Napoli, over, under bet, choose over. Prediction and odds for Hoffenheim vs Dortmund, 21:30 on February 25, German Bundesliga 2022-23, along with Bayern's defeat against Gladbach in the last round. Dortmund also had a resounding victory over Hertha Berlin. This makes the race for the championship this season much more interesting, as the top 3 teams are currently tied on points, along with Union Berlin. Dortmund's recent form has been very good. Coach Edin Terzic's team has won all 8 matches in all competitions, meaning they have won all matches since the beginning of the new year 2023. According to the Asian handicap odds, they have won the handicap in 7 out of 8 matches mentioned above. They are in extremely good form. On the other hand, the home team Hoffenheim is in a state of panic. In the 7 matches since the beginning of 2023, they have only won 1 draw. In the Bundesliga alone, the Pre-Zero Arena team has not won in 11 consecutive matches. Hoffenheim has now dropped to 15th place in the standings with only 19 points after 21 matches. They are tied on points with the team below them, Bochum, and only 2 points ahead of the next team. The relegation battle will definitely not be easy for Hoffenheim, especially when their form is so poor. Team news: Hoffenheim, Skov, Larsen, and Promel are absent due to injury. Dortmund, Adeyemi, Moukoko are injured. Duranville and Mori are also unavailable. Predicted score: Hoffenheim 1-4 Dortmund. Asian handicap odds: choose Dortmund. Over/under odds: choose over.